Okay, a few words about Ukraine, what's going on. I think the simple answer is that nobody really knows what's going on, and that's by design. I remember a few years back there was this guy called Adam Curtis who worked for the BBC, and he did a number of series. I think one of them was called The Century of the South, and in one of these episodes, he referred to this Russian guy who was an expert in propaganda, and apparently he helped Vladimir Putin into power. And one of the tricks that they used was to pump out loads and loads of narratives that contradicted each other. So the goal of it was to just try to create as much chaos and confusion as possible, so people didn't actually know what was the true story and what was the propaganda. It was designed to be as deliberately complicated and confusing as possible. So if you didn't really know what was going on, you didn't know what you were fighting, it was impossible, therefore, to combat it because you didn't know what you were up against. So I think, what's going on in Ukraine at the moment, who knows? Um, One thing that I am a sort of a fan of is just assessing things with your own eyes and ears. So, just as I don't know what prompted me to do this. I just typed into my web browser, um, what do they call it? Webcams in Kiev, right? So basically, looked like normal life was going on there. Cars driving around, people walking about. Didn't look like Kiev was under attack to me. No, who knows? Who knows? And it also said live on the webcam. So whether that is true or not, I don't know. Um, what else? What else to think about Vladimir Putin? On the one level, we've got this kind of idea that the BBC line that he's Adolf Hitler Mark II and he's really really dangerous. So there's two ways of looking at that. The first one is to think to yourself, well, my enemy's enemy is my friend. So if the BBC is slagging off Putin, then he can't be that bad, because I definitely know that the BBC is not working for, it's not pushing agendas that are in my interests, not at all. However, I think it would be simplistic to assume that because the BBC slags off people like Putin and Jeremy Corbyn, that makes them my friend. It's a bit simplistic, and you can fall into traps that way. So I'd certainly reject that one. Also, if you look at what Vladimir Putin's actually done, has he acted like Hitler? He's been in power for over 20 years. What's he actually done? Has he behaved like Hitler? Not really. Um, is he is he the arch enemy of the West? I wouldn't even be so sure about that. If you look at what Russia did during the Divot '91, they were more or less mirroring the same tactics. Klaus Schwab has said that he's a former young global leader. That's Vladimir Putin. So there's that as well. I'm not even sure whether they're rivals. What's that Shakespeare quote? All the world's a stage. So yeah, I'm not even sure about that. If they are enemies, it's only enemies in the sense of like two rival mafia gangs fighting it out, and that's even if they are enemies. I wouldn't even be so sure about that. This could all be coordinated. Something else that I've seen on the internet today is, Putin was after bombing the bits of Ukraine that house US biowarfare labs. Allegedly the US has a number of biowarfare labs in eastern Ukraine that's on Russia's border. Is that true or not? Not a clue. Absolutely not a clue. Um, so who knows what's going on? I guess the final thing is not really to expend too much energy on this. I think that's the other thing that they try to do, is that they come up with these set plays, these narratives, as a way of sucking energy out of you. That you're supposed to be dead worried about what's going on and everything. Personally, I don't think there's any chance at all of a nuclear war. Why? Well, basically, the scumbag Satanist globalists and they would also be affected by a nuclear war. You know, just as I don't think that they would be particularly enthusiastic about releasing a genuinely deadly bioweapon. You know, even if they had the antidote, these chicken shits, they would still be worried that, oh, suppose the antidote doesn't work. So, yeah, so I guess what I'm saying there is that the existence of nuclear weapons, it's stopped these scumbags from sending ordinary men off to fight and die, you know, which was quite a common feature of human history prior to the atomic bombs being dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And that's, in a way, it's kept people like me from fighting in stupid, pointless wars. And these scumbags, they love wars because they're Satanists. They hate human beings that are made in the image of God. And what they want is pointless, stupid conflicts like World War One, where morons were just fed into a meat grinder. I think on a positive note, I think it's much harder for them to get ordinary people to engage in stupid wars and fight for them over kind of nothing. You know, there was that famous song that the Squaddies sung in World War One. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. So they didn't know what they were fighting for. It was just a massive sacrificial exercise, basically. You know, a mass cull of humanity done for kicks and giggles, as far as they're concerned. Oh, and the other one, I guess, is just they make money from wars as well. So yeah, that's my take on what's going on in Ukraine. My simple answer is I don't know, and I don't really care. But I don't blindly trust the BBC narrative. I don't trust whatever comes out of Russia Today either. I just keep an open mind on it, really. So who knows? Putin and Biden, or the people that handle them, it could be some sort of coordinated action to try to take the attention away from what they've done with the Divok and the Britney Spears concerts. It could all be like a massive distraction. Or it could be that these crime syndicates, these rival crime syndicates, are fighting a turf war. It could actually be that, but the bottom line is don't expend too much energy on it because it's kind of pointless. You'll never find out the truth. That's the whole point. All the world is a stage. Okay, God bless you all.